Good evening. How are you? This is episode 7. It is Tuesday, the 25th, 2024. And so I wanted to explain to you in detail why I created this YouTube channel. And I did it to support and empower and motivate those of you that are just like me. For so many years, I didn't realize why I didn't succeed with the business ventures that I pursued, or why I didn't go further in the jobs that I had. And I kept trying again and again, but they would still just end, right? I never really gave up. I just continued fighting, but they still were never successful. So after a while, I started telling myself that, I wasn't smart enough, or I didn't have enough business sense. And basically, I was a failure. And until recently, I didn't know why. And this started with a mission statement for my reselling business that I moaned and groaned about doing one, and what happened was amazing. I dug deep down. What was it going to be that would make me really happy? Me, inside, in my heart, deep down. What was it that I was going to wake up and give it my absolute all every single day? And it started with making my kids happy. My biggest joy was seeing my kids' eyes light up during the holidays, which I love the holidays, especially Halloween and Christmas. So if I was going to continue reselling, I wanted to resell the items that would make me the happiest. So you got it. You got my vision. Holiday items are what I'm going to transition my store to. That was step 1. Then step 2 was, how can I make that vision even bigger, right? Because if I get to that step and the store is all holiday and I'm just listing and whatever, there's nothing further along the line that I can reach for, that I could continue to grow, right? So, basically a long-term goal, right? So I thought if I could help eradicate T1D, that would be my absolute, biggest win. If no child would have to go through what I did when I was growing up, that I don't even know how to explain how happy that would make me. So how do I get there, right? Build the store bigger to get more sales, hence make more money. And from there, I could donate a percentage of my profits to the DRI, right? And I chose the DRI because they specifically are working on getting islet cells to regenerate in a person's body, right? And that, stops diabetes, type 1 diabetes. So yeah, right? Bingo. There you go. And that's great. But that's a really, really long-term goal, right? I can donate as much as I can donate, but the reality is that I'm not a scientist. And funding the scientist to possibly come up with this finality to this disease would be very rewarding, right? But I'm not so sure it would happen in my lifetime. But that's okay. That would give me as much pleasure by helping them and supporting them as much as I possibly could on a daily basis, right? So every day I get up, I do my thing, I, list, I cross list, I do what I need to do in order to make this business bigger and bigger and bigger in order to make more sales. More profit means more donation money to the DRI. But how else can I help, right? How else? So what I can do right now would be to help T1Ds like me get ahead, right? I could also help them start and run their own reselling business. I have a ton of experience in coping with T1D, and I have experience with reselling. So combine the two, and there you go. I don't want to limit it to just T1Ds, so I'm thinking chronic illnesses, which I probably would have to learn more about the different chronic illnesses. Right now, my strength is in T1D, right? So I could give my experience and my knowledge, and help those people build their dreams too. I would find that so rewarding. And when I figured this out for myself, when I figured this out about myself, I had this motivation towards bigger and better things. And I realized that the reason why I failed at those other jobs or those other ventures was because my heart wasn't in it. I was working, and I was just working to make money, right? Instead of it being bigger, instead of it being where my heart really lies. So I was giving an average input and in return receiving the same average output. Of course I was. That makes perfect sense, right? So here's a quote by Robin Sharma that I heard today while listening to some motivational videos. And it is, if you want what the 5% have, you need to be willing to do what the 5% are willing to do, right? And, you know, those are words that sounds great. It's hard. It's absolutely hard. They are constantly banging the pavement, hitting the pavement every day, all hours of the day. And that's what needs to happen, right? With me, that needs to happen. I also need to take into consideration my T1D. I need to make sure that my health and my sleep are set, because I can't work to my full potential if those two items are not where they need to be, right? True enough. But it still isn't enough. If you don't know what you truly makes you happy, right there is the key, right? Right there is the key. You really need to sit down and think about what's in your heart. How can you give your heart what it needs to be happy? That's the key. So I really do have to send a huge shout out to Libby Bragi from Consignment Chats. She hosts the book club, and they have a whole bunch of things that they do. But this is where the mission statement started. And I see the vision now. I really do. And you might say, well, yeah, but what if you don't get there? I mean, that's possible. It's possible. But my biggest takeaway is every morning I wake up filled with happiness and motivation and feel empowered to move on and to continue on and to do the things I need to do, because I'm feeling complete. I'm feeling like this is where I should have been years ago, moving towards this. But a mission statement is what made me realize this. And who knows, the 20-year-old Vanessa, would she have known this? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that I was ready. I don't think I was ready. And then, you know, the kids and all of that, I don't know. Maybe I'm right where I need to be. You know, maybe that's exactly how the universe planned it out. I don't know. I know where I am right now, and I'm very happy to be there. So I know what I want. I know where I want to go. And as long as I strive every day for that goal, I'm one step closer to it. So like I said before, I listened to a couple of motivational videos today. And I'll link the video I found to be profoundly insightful. I'll do that down below. And we'll talk tomorrow about what I learned about me in regards to the sleeping schedule. I'll fill you in on that tomorrow. But please, pretty please, tell me what you think about my plan, or tell me what your plan is, or do you need help finding what your plan is? Let me know in the comments below, okay? Thank you for watching, and have a great night. Bye.